Hi, it is so nice to be with you again today. It's felt like a really long time since my last video, but anyway, here I am again. And today I'm going to be talking about embracing the heart of silence. Yeah, that's what I've called this video. It's been bubbling up for a while, this topic, actually, in me, and for two reasons. One of which, a lot of people really struggle with silence. So, let me ask you some questions. Do you find silence challenging? Do you? Are you really honest with yourself? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you try to avoid silence? Does silence make you feel uncomfortable? Really sit with those and see what comes up inside of you. As I said, many of us find it really tough. I know many years ago, I started on my spiritual path about 18 years ago now. And at the beginning, I actually found silence really quite hard. I'd been used to playing really loud music and having the TV on or chatting with friends or busy mind. And so I did used to find it quite hard. I remember doing a training course, Brandon Bays's The Journey Practitioner Program. And that was the first time I was introduced to this concept of a silent, well, it wasn't a silent retreat because it wasn't a retreat, it was a training course. But the course was, parts of it were conducted in with us needing to be silent, best way to put that. And I was somebody who liked to talk. I liked to have a laugh with people. I liked to make people laugh. I like to hear what's going on with people, catch up with them. And during this practitioner course, I can't remember. I think I was doing it for 1 or 2 years or something. Anyway, we would all meet up in Colorado and be like, hi, hey, what's been going on? But we weren't allowed to do that. We had to sort of, instead of just going, hey, what did you think of what they were teaching us? Or how is this going? I had to turn up for those meals and be really quiet. I wasn't allowed to talk. So really hard. Because I wanted to kind of just go, hey. There was a bit of whispering going on, I'll be honest. I wasn't 100% on with that whole silent thing. It was challenging. It was really, really hard for me. And I did break the rules a little bit there now and then. And then as time went on, I got more used to silence. And by the time I had connected with Gangaji's teachings, and she offers silent retreats, and I've been on many silent retreats now, 5-6 days usually, where you don't speak unless you're up on the sort of stage, podium, or whatever you want to call that thing, with Gangaji speaking. Other than that, you don't talk to anybody. Oh, I loved that. I actually really love it because you're not in these conversations with people about, well, who are you? What's your name? Where are you from? Do you have kids? What do you do? All of that stuff, actually for me was a huge relief to not have to go there and have those conversations with people. And instead you could simply smile into their eyes, and really meet people and just like, hey, without the words, just like a nod of the head And often people who are on those silent retreats, I would come across some people who didn't even want eye contact. And so it'd be me, in my way, I suppose, still like looking, trying to smile at somebody, when there were people who just really wanted to honor that absolute silent space and not have somebody else kind of smiling at them from across the corridor or whatever. Anyway, so I did become very familiar with silence and very comfortable with it. But I will say that this whole concept of being in silence is sort of a bit daft, really, because we're not actually in silence, are we, when we think about it? I don't even really know where the saying came from, right? Like this power in silence, because if right now you close your eyes, what can you hear? I have ringing in my ears. So I hear the ringing. I hear the air conditioning has come on. I can hear that. I can hear some traffic on the road. can hear my breathing. So we can hear these sounds, external sounds and internal sounds. I'm sure if it was a stomach gurgling or whatever, we could hear internal noises. Or if we yawned, we would hear the yawn, or coughed, sneezed, all of that stuff, right? Bodily functions. So it isn't actually really silence, is it? Because we hear the noise outside of us, the noises inside of us. We hear someone talking or a dog barking. And even if we're outside in a beautiful location, say we're at the beach, we hear the ocean. And we may hear seagulls, or the crunching of our feet on the pebble beach, or the noises we run our fingers through the sand, or the noises of a group next to us who are chatting and having fun. Yeah, and if we're in the middle of the African bush, I'm going there soon. You hear the birds, you hear the insects, you might hear noises of the animals. There are noises. There's the breeze, the leaves might be moving in the trees, There's noises going on around us all of the time. So I think, for me, this concept of silence is really about letting go of our thoughts, because we've got busy minds. Most humans have got very busy minds. Mine, at the moment, is extremely busy and overactive because, good news, ta-da, I have written all the chapters of my book. I have written my introduction, and I'm coming back, tweaking a couple of chapters, and it's going to be going off to the editor within the next couple of weeks. Very exciting, very exciting. However, my head is like, it's not stressed, but it's busy. It's a busy, busy, busy mind at the moment, right? And I'm finding it hard to switch off and slow down, which I think is why my guys had me bring up this topic of silence, is because I'm kind of struggling with it at the moment. I am finding it hard to slow down and go inward. Or if I do, it's for a very short burst before I'm like, bing, back out, right. Let me just edit that chapter. Let me just do this. Let me just do that. And I remembered to, it's like, oh. So I think that's why they brought it up, because it's really something I am wrangling with a little bit at the moment. Anyway, back to thoughts. So yes, thoughts come up as we are sitting in silence, meaning, I don't know, like going inward, let's put it that way. Thoughts arise. Like, I'm trying to be quiet, I'm trying to be still. And then it's suddenly like, must remember to buy some celery or whatever it is that comes to mind. Oh, I forgot to feed the dog, whatever that thing is. Jeez, it's windy out there. The mind just comes up with its stuff. But instead of following the thought, acting on the thought, or believing the thought, just noticing the thought, letting it pass by like a cloud in the sky. I'm sure you've heard that saying before. It's been used by a lot of people, but it's true. Just imagine it like a cloud, the thought that comes, go, can notice it and watch it go by without getting involved with it, without getting into a relationship with it. So the expectation of there being zero thoughts, I don't know, maybe there are some truly enlightened beings, could well be, who genuinely get to a state of no thoughts. I have had the odd time when that's happened, in really deep meditation where there really is stillness. I mean, truly have had that experience, but I'll say it's unusual. It's normally when I'm out of my home environment. I might be in a room of people meditating, like 60 people at one of Gangaji's retreats or something, and something just takes over, and there really is this very powerful, I want to say the powerful energy of silence. Anyway, normally thoughts come. It's like, okay, kind of just expect them. And don't beat oneself up if they do. Like, oh, there we go, thinking again. You haven't failed. You haven't done anything wrong. Just don't attach to them. So I think, embracing the heart of silence is, for me, thinking about letting go of the weight of the thoughts and just let them come, let them go, no matter. Thoughts there, thoughts not there, totally fine. Anyway, so I wanted to say that. And the other thing, just checking my notes over there, keep looking over there. Silence for me too, in a way, as I say, it's in part about not attaching to our thoughts. The other piece is, I think, in some ways, I've come to realize silence equates to stillness. And you might be wondering, what do I really mean by that? So, like falling inside and being still. Something I've heard my teachers say a lot. Be still. Gangaji says that. Just be still. Because I think I've probably spoken about these movements before, which I learned from her teachings, Gangaji's teachings. This idea we can have these movements of moving towards something, moving away from something, or moving against it. The sort of movements of the mind, like energetic movements. And we can move away from something we don't like, we move away like we're scared, like, oh, not that, no, not that. Or we can be kind of butting up against something like in anger, confrontation, like, kind of, really like meeting it. And like there's a lot of energy in that. Or the kind of moving towards can often be this kind of fawning, like, love me, love me, love me. I'm so special. I want you. You're the only. You complete me. Save me, kind of thing. So those are the movements: towards, away from, against. There's another option. Be still. None of them. Just be still. And in that, allowing yourself to just drop inside. Just be still. Even the dropping isn't a movement. Actually, yeah. It's a not doing of anything. It's like not holding yourself up, just letting go, and it falls. It just falls. It's like really cool. Yeah. So for me, yes, this concept of stillness, it's like silence is just no movement. Play around with that. Notice that with your thoughts, with your actions, your behaviors. When you're in meditation or quiet time, if you don't like the word meditation. I don't particularly like the word meditation, I'll be honest with you. Because for me, it's about going inward into my heart space, connecting, bringing my awareness into my heart space, and then just letting go of my thoughts. It's quiet time. I think of it as quiet time. Call it what you like. Call it meditation. Do what you want with it. Anyway, if you only manage 5 minutes, like as I say at the moment, my brain is like, and it's excited. My brain is excited. It's looking forward to the next phase of bringing this book into printed form. Can't wait. I'm really, really, really very excited about sharing it with you when it's ready. So nearly there now. Anyway, so if you only have 5 minutes of tapping in and just, stillness, silence, letting go of your thoughts, celebrate it. Just celebrate your small successes. 5 minutes is great, right? If you weren't doing it at all, 5 minutes is excellent. And then you might be like, well, might try and do that a bit later or extend it if you want to, but I'm not trying to force you to do anything differently here. So those are my thoughts on silence. Was there anything else I want to say about it? Let me think. I think it was really just wanting to sort of talk through challenges that I have and some little suggestions on how to get more silence and what I really mean by silence, because it's good for us. It does calm our nervous system down. And it does, it encourages our relaxation response. Now, in a very kind of overactive mind, I've been adding in, bringing the breath into my belly and putting my hands on my belly, feeling my belly rise and fall. Because belly breathing encourages the relaxation response. That brings me on to one final thing I want to share about. Groaning. Oh my God. How can I be talking about groaning in a silence video? No idea I was going to go there. But anyway, I've been reading about toning recently. I'm well known in my family for being a sigher. Apparently sighing is a great way of releasing tension from our bodies. And groaning, like, I can't even do it now, I'm on the camera, but like letting it come up from the deepest place. So say you're feeling really pissed off about something, or really upset about something, feeling really hurt, connecting in with the energy wherever that is inside of your body. And how does it want to express itself? How does it want to make a noise? Really letting it like have a voice. You might think I'm really crazy at this moment in time, but give it a go. Yeah. I often start my day like that, actually, where I connect in. I'm like, what's here? I'm like, what wants to make a noise? Ah! And I might have been feeling really peaceful before I sat down, but it's like just some like stagnant energy. It's just energy. It's not personal that wants to move through. Give it a voice. Anyway, yes. I wanted to share that. So what I'm going to do now is open up the Akashic Records of Silence just to see what's there. Yeah. We'll wait and see what comes up. Okay, so sitting comfortably, closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths. You'll hear me open up the Akashic Records. You'll hear me say the prayer, and then I'll fall silent for a little while. If you haven't seen me do this before, I'll let you know when the records are open, and we'll just see. Sometimes see what comes. Sometimes it's an energy transmission. Sometimes there are words in it. Who knows? I never know. That's the fun and games of opening up the Akashic Records of these different topics. And I love doing it. It's super fun. Anyway, get comfy. I'm bossy today. I love that. Okay. Taking some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Love, light, peace. I step into time eternal. I return to my home divine. Woven in circles, embraced in light, whole in the cycle of sisterhood. We come together in love to honor the Akashic Records of Silence. Seeking guidance, clearing a path, and stepping into divine knowledge with the light of peace and the love of spirit. Amen. The Akashic Records are open. Bringing your awareness to your throat area. Notice any tension in your throat. This urge to speak. Feeling like we need to respond, that we should respond. Or even the fear of speaking up. All of the different aspects around speaking. Open up your awareness in every direction around you. Give the energy in your throat room, give it space, so that it isn't tucked away in a tiny little part of your body. Breathing in spaciousness, breathing out any tension, any tightness. Breathing out any fears of being quiet. Breathing out any fears of what you might discover when you go inside of your being. Many of us have places that we're really scared of. We're scared it's too dark and too sinister, that nobody should see that. I don't want to see that. In this moment, just relax. Relax your shoulders. Surrender to divine love. Let the energy of divine love wash its way through your body, filling up all of the cells and between your cells, filling up any of the voids that were just created from what was released, and giving the throat area particular attention and love. Notice how it feels different now. Notice how it feels calmer, more relaxed, at ease. It's as if it can fall into silence and rest. Nothing is needed. Nothing needs to be done. Rest in this silence that lies within you now. Taking your awareness all the way into the core of your being. Breathing out a sigh of relief as you come home to yourself in an instant. All resistance melted away. Thoughts might come and go. No problem. Simply take your awareness back inside of you, going more and more deeply into the core of your being. And as the awareness comes right into the heart of the core of your being, notice how your awareness expands infinitely around you. The mind, the brain, cannot comprehend that. It will try and understand what's taking place. Just let it know it can take a rest. It can relax. It can lie down and have a nap. Lie down on a sandy beach on a warm summer's day. Give yourself permission to be silent, to taste the flavor of silence, continuing to let go of any thoughts, should they arise. Breathing in through your crown chakra, any further divine love that wants to come into your being. Breathing in the quality of stillness. Breathing in the capacity to surrender to love. Meet within you the knowingness that you are a droplet of love. A quick and easy dip into silence and stillness. Listen to this as many times as you find helpful. Come back to it. A wonderful way to reach stillness and silence very, very quickly. Begin returning to full waking consciousness. Wriggling your toes and your fingers helps. Feeling the temperature of the air against your face. Becoming aware of the noises around you. And closing the Akashic Records. Thank you, masters, teachers, and loved ones. Amen, amen, amen. The Akashic Records are now closed. Well, I don't know about you. I feel nice and relaxed. And even though I was the one doing the talking, I also experienced qualities of silence, of stillness, even as all of those energies were coming through me to you. I hope you benefited from it in some way. So if you liked what you heard, let me know what your experience was. Listen to it several times. Every time it will take you deeper and deeper. You can leave me a comment. You can like the video, leave me a comment. And you can also send me a message if that's what you would like to do. If you've got questions for me and things, you can always send me a message on my website, which is www.rachellynette.com. Had to think about that. rachellynette.com. RACHELLINNETT.com. rachellynette.com. You can send me a message there. And I would love to hear from you, and I will respond to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, just to make sure that you keep getting these videos, that you keep seeing them as and when they're posted. And I had a few bits of news. Self-Love Sanctuary, which is my online community, sacred, beloved community. Wow, we are having some incredible experiences in that, let me tell you. Some really powerful shifts. It's a great way to have me guide you through into the core of your being and releasing some obstacles that are getting in your way. It's wonderful. It's like a 90-minute thing, and it's once a month. Anyway, you get the details on my website. The info's there. The sign-up is on there. If it appeals to you in any shape or form, come along, because it's very powerful, and I would just love to have you there with us. And the other thing is, if you want to hear about my offerings and what I'm up to, then, who knows what might be of benefit to you. Anyway, go to my website, sign up for my contact list, and then you'll get the emails when I send them out. And the last thing I wanted to share about was that with the book, as I say, it's really, really, really close. So excited. Droplets of Love. And I'm pretty certain that I've landed on my subtitle of The Art of Loving Yourself into Freedom. So it's Droplets of Love, The Art of Loving Yourself into Freedom. Ay, ay, ay. I feel it like all the way down the midline when I say that. I can't tell you how excited I am to be bringing this into the world. So, anyway, that is coming up. But in the meantime, as I say, please send me a message, and thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate those of you who watched this video, and thank you for taking the time to watch this and be present for this for yourself. You know, what a gift to yourself it is. Anyway, I'm off. Until next time. Goodbye.